Divine Rising, welcome to your reading. I'm going to get straight into it. You are somebody who is gaining an incredible amount of wisdom right now. You are learning things at a rapid speed. You are somebody throughout your life that has learned a lot. You've experienced a lot of hard lessons. You've gone through a lot of things that most people wouldn't. Or when they do go through those things, they don't come out the other side like you do. You find a way of alchemizing situations, even if you're feeling awful while you're going through it. You have gained this realization now that I can trust myself. I can trust God is with me, my guides, angels, guardians, source, God, universe is with me. And no matter what this difficult situation that I'm currently experiencing feels like, I know I am guided, I am loved, and I have the power within me to alchemize this. And this is happening for me, not to me. You're gaining this incredible light, incredible wisdom. You are destined for this. You are destined to become the kind of person that gains so much wisdom and then helps others with your wisdom. Not that you need to go out of your way to try to do that. You are doing great. You just keep doing what you feel inspired to do. You don't have to try to influence other people at all. You just live your life, and through the power of your own example, and in certain situations and on occasions when you are guided to share your wisdom and it feels like ease, it feels natural, that's when you do it, and that's when you help people. Or people will come to you and you'll just be inspired to say the right thing at the right time. But you are gaining an incredible amount of wisdom you already have through the life you've lived. You are learning things we are fooled by. A lot of people in the 3D reality are fooled by. You are overcoming that. I've said this before in my readings. You are doing so much and advancing so much, not just here, but also in your 5D reality or in higher dimensional realities, your soul, your essence. You're advancing so much that even when it doesn't look like you're doing a lot here, you can feel energetically a lot is moving, a lot is happening. I feel like light beings are with you, are helping you, are guiding you. You are not an ordinary soul. I know you might have heard this before and it sounds a little bit clickbaity to kind of say this, like, you're so different and all of that, but I genuinely feel this from this. I don't say this in every single reading, but I do feel like the collective that's drawn to my readings, a lot of the time you do have a special purpose here, a special desire that you're fulfilling. So I will say things along these lines, but this, I feel specifically for this reading, yeah, you are meant for greatness. We know this because you wouldn't experience what you experience. You wouldn't have signed up for this if you weren't supposed to come out the other side as the Hierophant, and I think I was going to say as the teacher. And I feel like growing up or previously in your life, or maybe even a little bit now, you may have felt like that you need guidance, you need healing from others. You go to others or you believe others quickly, maybe out of fear, maybe out of this belief that you somehow picked up along the way, that you need something from outside of yourself, that you need the healing from this person, you need wisdom from this person, seeing healers or gurus or whatever as more intelligent than you. They've got more wisdom. A lot of the time they just had a lot more confidence. They might have at that specific time had more wisdom that they could have helped you with, or healing they could have helped you with. I'm not taking away from that, but I do feel like you've come to a place and a realization of, I trust my own intuition. I have the ability to heal. My mind, body, soul is genius, has everything it needs. You might have felt called to, you might have heard this recently or felt when I say this, it may resonate. You need nothing. You need nothing from outside of you. And this is a cliche thing, again, that I've heard, but when it makes sense, you see why it's so often spoken. You need nothing from outside of yourself, because we're taught we do. And yes, at times in this experience, we do give and take with others. We do help others and receive help. It's not that you don't. And at that point, you might have felt like you needed it, but the belief or the feeling of shortcomings that you need something from outside of yourself, that is changing. And you are stepping into your power, into your authority a bit more, and trusting in yourself, trusting in the guidance that's coming from within. The second card that came out was the Magician. And with this powerfully, I got, you are leading the way. And I think this was in my last video, one of my recent videos. I got this feeling, and it's coming through quite clearly with this card as well. You may have followed others in the past, again, spiritual teachers, gurus, healers, whatever it might be, or just it could even be your parents, right? You believed in others, you thought they had more knowledge, wisdom, authority, and you felt like you needed more. You were keeping yourself small, you felt small. It's okay. That is something you chose to experience in this life because you knew you would overcome it. And then when you embody this energy, it will feel even better because you've been on the other end. But this is where you're moving now. And the way this Magician is holding the light, like I said, you alchemize things powerfully. You learn quickly. You don't need to make the same mistake 10 times. It's okay if you've made it once or twice, and sometimes you needed that confirmation to really adopt a new belief and let go of an old one that didn't serve you, and that's okay. But you are somebody that moves forward powerfully, even if in your life things feel like they're the same. Like things might not move quickly all the time in the 3D, but within the self-development, the evolution, the spiritual evolution is very rapid. And it might not seem rapid in linear time, or you might say, oh well, it took me years to get here. That is rapid if you knew how old your soul actually is. Don't get caught up in the 3D illusion of time. You are really good at this, and you might have seen yourself as less than and looked at other people like, oh, but things move so quickly for them, or they're so good at this. You don't realize your own worth, but I feel like you are now. You are now, and if you're not, this is your confirmation. You will lead the way. You will stop following others and become a leader in yourself. You will lead the way. Again, do not worry about how, when, why, all of that. You can just feel this energy. You can embody it. If this is resonating with you, it's for you. Trust if even a little voice in your head is saying, yes, something about this feels right. I don't have the physical evidence to prove this, but something about this feels right. And then the third card was the King of Cups, complete emotional mastery, control over your emotions, control over situations. You are somebody that has, again, been through a lot, but learned a lot. And now you are the wise one. You are probably somebody that people come to for advice. You're very level-headed. You have possibly a safe or a steady energy or a confident energy about you now. And people may come to you for the advice. You're not here, there, and everywhere. There's none of that. I feel like mentally you've received a lot of clarity and confidence in yourself and steadiness, and you've mastered and you will have a lot of emotional fulfillment. And kind of like the Queen of Cups is more emotional fulfillment within. This is with the King of Cups, I do feel like emotional fulfillment within with you, definitely, but also outwardly. People are going to be able to see this, how steady and how well you manage your emotions. Not that it matters what other people think, but even you outwardly are going to start to feel this happen in your life. Things that normally would affect you so deeply before, you experience whatever is happening, the contrast. But even though in the 3D you might be going through something, feeling some negative emotions, your awareness, your higher awareness is switched on now. Your King of Cups energy is switched on, where you don't take it as hard, you don't see it as permanent, and you don't get caught up in it. You don't let yourself buy into lackful mindset and fearful beliefs and believing others over your own intuition. That's a big one. You don't, if something they say, you're like, oh, I didn't know. And you take it on board because you are someone that likes to take everything with a pinch of salt and consider it. You're not someone that avoids. You may have in the past, but you are very good at, that's interesting. That's come to me. Let me consider that. But after processing it, you are now strong enough to say, nope, that does not resonate with me. You'll just know it emotionally. You'll just know, nah, I rebuke that energy. That comes from a place of fear, even though this person telling me this information or belief might seem really well put together, really wise or whatever. It might be somebody you respect for some reason. But even somebody you respect, even people that seem like they have it all together, you can just sense from their energy, they're not aligned with the light of God. They have fearful beliefs and they are trying to communicate this to me, maybe with the intention of helping me. However, I have ascended this. You have often ascended people that look, how do I put this, like higher up. They might have a spiritual business. They might seem really intelligent. They might have a lot of success in their life. So you automatically have believed people like that before, but not anymore. You know who you are now. And I love this for you. Then we have the star energy. This is the light after the storm. That no matter all the stormy energy that's going on, whatever happens, you hold your light bright. You know there's good coming for you. And I feel like for a lot of people, you will be the star. You will be the light in the dark. You will be that person that they, if you're putting videos out there or you're putting content out there, that or music or anything or a book, they come across your work and they're like, oh, exactly what I needed. And if you're not putting yourself out there publicly, that's okay. Somehow in your life, someone will be inspired to cross paths with you, have a conversation with you somehow, some way. I'm getting like maybe even some people are teachers working with children. That's for someone specific. But you will be the light in the dark. You will be that person to guide them. Not even that you're trying, but you will just be naturally guide them, be that light in the dark because of everything you've been through and who you've become. You've embodied this big, I was gonna say like big boy energy, like just this really confident, secure energy. And you're a really good balance of the feminine and the masculine, but like a healed. Often when we see masculine in this 3D, it's, or even feminine at times, it's misconstrued the true energy, but you're in the divine of it, the loving energy, you're a guide for people. And because of this energy you've embodied, you are the star. You are the light in the dark. And if you're currently experiencing something or you can't see this fully yet in your life, the star card is telling you, it's just telling you there is light, there is hope. No matter what the darkness around you is, you are the light. And where there is light, there cannot be dark. Like if this room was dark and I opened the blinds or the curtains and the light came in, the dark cannot exist where the light is. You are the light. If you've been told these false beliefs of there's negative energy around you, or there's darkness, there's this, there's that, I feel like now you're like, I rebuke that energy. I am the light. I am the light of God. So none of this darkness can really dwell around me. You over there believing that, you're welcome to believe what you want. That's part of your journey. No judgment. But I know who I am now. That's the energy I feel quite strongly. And then we had, where are we? Oh, my cards have gone a bit all over the place. Give me a second. Right. Okay. So if you've been on my readings before, you know, I have like cards on the first row, normally like 3, 4, or 5. And then I more cards that come out of the second shuffle of the same deck I use to clarify the first card. So with Hierophant, underneath we have the Ace of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. I feel like a new beginning as well. And this is the overflowing cup, the never ending flow in this cup, if that makes sense. There is a never ending stream of light coming to you, of wisdom coming to you whenever you need it, even when you don't even think you need it. There is this pouring into you of light, of wisdom. Your whole life is you're gonna constantly gain more wisdom, learn more and more, become like this ultimate like spiritual teacher, healer. Somehow you are going to be that person, and it doesn't have to look that way. You don't have to be a healer of sorts, or it can look like anything. You could literally have a corporate job but somehow be this energy because of the light you hold within you. There is a lot of emotional fulfillment. I feel like a new energy. That's what you're embodying. Either you already have or you're about to embody this energy of confidence, of knowing, of really celebrating and appreciating and valuing yourself for how far you've come. And I feel like your reality will show you that. Like all the people you gave credit to, fine, good for them. I'm sure they're great, but they don't even hold a light to who you are, the greatness of who you are. You are not ordinary. You are not, and that's not to put anyone down or comparison of you're greater than them. It's just how far along you are. And everyone's at different points in their spiritual journey. And not just in this lifetime. I see it as like the lifetime of your soul. You are eons old. You are, don't get caught up in the illusion of time. You are so young compared to like the real age of your soul. And I heard Abraham Hicks say this in one of her seminars, and it really helped with overcoming the illusion of time. Often we can feel like, I don't have this by this age, or I'm too old for this, or, you know, these sort of beliefs of feeling like a failure because you didn't get what you thought you wanted by a certain age. These sort of markers we have, especially in the 3D reality. And she said something which made me laugh. She said, you think you're old at like whatever age. I mean, sometimes some people feel old at 25 because they've got these markers of, I want to achieve this by 25 and I haven't, and now I'm past it, right? You can be 25, 35, 45, 85. It does not matter. The point is, you think you're old now? She's like, if only you knew how old you really were. Your soul, you are eons old. You are ancient in terms of the lifetime of your soul. You think 85 is old. That's nothing. It's a blip in the true time of your soul's existence. And then from Magician, the card to clarify that came out was the King of Wands. And with this card, I feel just so much this, and I was getting that from the Magician as well. There's a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of forward movement towards the light. Like you're going to get this, if you're not there already, you're going to have this unstoppable energy with your new beliefs, the new emotional fulfillment and mindset that's coming online. There's just unstoppable, just light everywhere is what I'm feeling. And the King of Wands, this is about your passions, what truly drives you, what makes you feel, it's like a fulfilling energy is what I'm getting. Whatever you're going to be doing in your life, this energy that you have of the Magician, it's very fulfilling. You have mastered this. If you haven't already, this is the true essence of your soul, of what you're here for. The King of Wands. Yeah, and I'm getting this is outwardly. So your manifestations are going to reflect this. Your 3D reality will start to reflect this also. But I feel like you needed your vessel, you needed to be prepared on the inside first before you see it on the outside. Because sometimes people do experience fast movement on the outside, but the inside is not aligned to fully see it, appreciate it, hold it, and multiply it almost. So then it can often create more problems instead of creating emotional fulfillment. And then underneath the King of Cups, we have the Death card. Death and rebirth. This is a positive card. For those of you that feel scared by this card, do not be afraid. The Death card is very much death and rebirth. And that's what I feel like has happened for you to become the King of Cups, for you to hold this energy of complete trust and in the divine, in yourself, in your life. And that energy of things are happening for me, not to me. Everything serves me. It all serves you. Look how the King of Cups' eyes are shut. It's holding its cup. It's not worried. It's not trying to look around and figure things out. It just knows, that deep knowing. And there's been a lot of death and rebirth of beliefs that don't serve you, of things in your life falling away, of maybe even tower moments happening. That needed to happen to get rid of what doesn't serve you and to elevate you to this level. Then underneath the Star card, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is the charitable card. And this is what I felt with the Star card. Not only are you experiencing, one second, just got a notification. Not only are you experiencing the light after the dark and holding this energy of, I don't care what it looks like around me, any sort of contrast or stormy energy, I believe in the light so powerfully. You also feel like a lot of you are star seeds and you're getting help or guidance or connection with your star ancestors, your star family. But you will be, not only is that your truth, but also you will be able to share this with others. Your light, I said this before when I picked this card up, of your light, you will be the guiding light for others. You will somehow provide that light in the darkness for other people. And that is the charitable. That is what you will do naturally. You will help others. You have a very charitable giving energy, a loving energy. Like when you learn something new, when you spiritually evolve, which I feel like you have many, many, many times over, a lot of death and rebirth and elevating energy. You may have in the past been so excited. You want to share others. You want to help others. And provided almost like free therapy for others to try and help others along and get them to see things the way you do. And sometimes they got it and it helped, and sometimes it didn't. And you might have felt drained by it. That's because it wasn't aligned and you were having this energy of needing to control and help others because you thought you were viewing their situation as negative rather than appreciating this is where they need to be right now, and they will come to their own realizations. And you will naturally be guided to help them. Like I said, when it's aligned, say the right thing at the right time, it will feel natural. Like no more this heaviness of carrying the burden of helping others or all the wrongs in the world. No more carrying the burden. We know you are charitable, loving, giving, kind spirit. You want good for all. That will happen naturally. You are the star. And then we have the Two of Swords came out after that. And I was like, okay, what do you not see? Some of you may not see this message, the energy of this message. You may not see it happening in your life, but I feel like a lot of you are feeling this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stayed 20 minutes into this video if you weren't connecting with it. You don't see this right now, or you don't see the truth of something. And to clarify that card, we got the Seven of Wands. This is, you might still be in the energy of persevering, of dealing with some difficult situations, even though you've come so far, and you definitely are embodying this energy right here, as well as this. There might be some difficulties you're persevering through still, maybe some mental blocks, energetically, people in your life, maybe not knowing certain things, maybe some confusion, but whatever it is you're dealing with, you are persevering quite strongly. Like that is quite a determined person. And I get this like flying through, like you're leaping off, you're flying through, you know you're going to make it. This isn't a negative feeling at all, but this might be why you can't see the full truth yet. And that's okay. It's by design. I feel like everything you need to know will be revealed to you in due time because it's the best way for you, for it to unfold. And that doesn't mean you're going to get it in drips and drabs. You will have overflow of emotional fulfillment of your life. Everything you want, your desires manifesting, you will have that. But right now, you might be in the Seven of Wands energy of persevering through certain things, but you are almost there. You are doing great and you are determined. You're not feeling as weak as you once did. You are strong. And then we've got the Tower. And I feel like this is very positive for you. There is a Tower moment happening. It might have already happened. There might be more Tower moments, or you might not have experienced anything recently, but a Tower moment is happening where the crumbling of the old is happening. I feel like it's happening already. You will feel it. The crumbling of the old ways of thinking, the old ways of doing things, the old beliefs you had, they're all crumbling away. There's a Tower moment of a huge explosion. I feel like a very fiery, passionate energy from you. I was getting that from this card as well. You might be confrontational, you might not be. It doesn't really have to be in that way fiery, but fiery in terms of passionate, ambitious. You want a lot for yourself. You want to experience a lot. You want adventure. You want to elevate. You don't want anything holding you back. You don't want to give in to the distractions. You can feel when something's just distracting you and every day is the same and it's the same thing happening. You're like, no, something's off about this. I want to see the truth. You have that kind of energy. You have a leader, warrior, strong, powerful, King and Queen of Wands kind of energy. You are a passionate soul. You may be very creative. Something about you. This is why I said you're not the ordinary. And like I said, I don't mean to say it in a clickbaity way, but there's something extraordinary about you. Maybe even supernatural about you. But whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be Tower moments of the old crumbling away, things advancing quite quickly. Even the way this person is like jumping off leaps. You are coming leaps and bounds is what I'm getting with this. So you might not see this. You might not see your full value yet, but you will. And there may be more Tower moments coming to help you see this, to help your evolution, to make things clearer and easier, more death and rebirth of certain things. That could be your energy, where I feel like you're the kind of person, you're not the same person you were a couple of months ago. You're not the same person you were last year. Like, yes, some things are the same, but so many beliefs that don't serve you get torn away. You are massively helped and guided. Your life doesn't stay the same is what I'm getting. It might in the 3D stay the same. You might be in the same place or job for a while, but in you, in your beliefs, in the way you see things, that doesn't stay the same. There is constant evolution towards better and better and better. And even negative things you experience, you actually always come out the other side better off, refined, elevated. And these tower moments are happening. I feel like I just got this feeling it's going to blow your mind. There's going to be such incredible things happening, fast paced, things just go, go, go. You might have experienced stillness for a while, and then there's a moment of boom, that happens like fireworks. And but you're not waiting around. Like, release this energy of when will it happen? Oh, I'm still struggling, or what. I feel like a lot of you have released it, and you might be in this energy of I'm just excited about what's coming. I'm appreciating what is and excited for what's next. But you will have those moments of things happening drastically, and the old you might have got worried. Oh, sudden news. Is this good? Is this bad? Or something that seems negative. You might have worried before, but now you're like, there's going to be something good coming out of this for me. This is happening to benefit me. And that's the fireworks that some people may be scared by. You know, the unknown can be scary, but you're excited. You're somebody that when there's storm clouds or like a lot of wind or like, you know, like a stormy, like what's happening, a storm is brewing, you get excited because you know you're looking at the sky, you're like, the weather will clear, it will be fine, but there's possibly a storm brewing, there's like fresh air, like wind whipping around is what I'm getting, and you might get excited. I know I do. It's this feeling of like, oh, what's brewing, what's happening? Not in a way of you want drama or trouble or anything like that. You like adventure, you like things to change. You're not afraid by the rain or the storm because you know it will pass, but it will be an incredible experience. It will be refreshing, like the refreshing air of like when it's really windy, like cool breeze, or the rain, or even thunder clouds. It's almost, I feel like almost like some sort of negative energy breaking. I don't know if you've heard of this, of like people clapping. The energy of clapping actually breaks up negative energy. I've heard that before. So I feel like the thunder clouds doing that are doing it on an even bigger level. And I feel like I see you just watching the storm in this image or vision I have. And it's like you don't even need to do it. You don't need to clap or release a negative energy or anything. You stand there and you appreciate how Mother Nature, this world, the universe, does things for you. You just get to witness it, enjoy this adventure, and know you just have this knowing it's working out. It's all good in the end. That kind of feeling. So you don't get caught up in fear. You don't get caught up in the control. You don't get caught up in, I better do this, I better do that. No, you just sit, watch what's happening and enjoy it. And then you take inspired action, what you feel to do. And that's very important. The little impulses you might feel, oh, let me do that, let me do that. And then you may have before ignored that, like, oh, I don't have time for that. Or maybe I'll leave that. And then in hindsight, you're like, oh, I wish I did that. I wish I had done that. I know why I had that thought now. Now you follow the impulse. You just know which impulse to follow and which not to. You will get clarity on that. I was going to pull some more cards, but I feel like we're almost half an hour in, and I feel like the message is quite clear. So let me know how it resonated in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Love and light.